सद्विचारों का प्रसार,
रेडियो दिव्य ज्योति,
जागृति का दिव्य नाद,
रेडियो दिव्य ज्योति,
सद्विचारों का प्रसार, जागृति का दिव्य नाद।
रेडियो दिव्य ज्योति,
The divine sound of awakening.
अनेक जन्म संप्राप्त कर्म बंध विदाहिने आत्मज्ञान प्रदानेन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः, तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. First of all, I would like to pay my salutations in the lotus feet of my revered Gurudev, the perfect master of the time, His Holiness Sri Ashutosh Maharaj Ji, who by bestowing the eternal science of self-realization, Brahma-Gyan, burns up all the bond of work and fruit acquired through countless lives. Dear brothers and sisters, a relationship between a mother and a child is said to be the most beautiful and greatest in the world. But Yoganand Paramhans, a great saint of 20th century, has written, I can think of no relationship in the world greater than that which I had with my master. Swami Brahmananda, disciple of Ramakrishna Paramhans, said, a real guru acts in two roles, a loving mother as well as chastising father to train his disciples. A disciple finds the crux of all relationships coinciding in his one relationship, that is, his relationship with his guru or perfect master. And the beauty of this relationship lies in the fact that the pure divine love of a perfect master successfully molds a mundane personality into a pious and strong one by rectifying all his flaws and faults. Our revered Gurudev, His Holiness Sri Ashutosh Maharaj Ji, during his morning walk, daily makes it a point to visit and feed all the cattle and animals living within the ashram premises. One day, when Gurudev reached the cow ranch, a cow had just given birth to a calf. She was lovingly licking the body of the newborn in order to clean all the dirt from its body. When Maharaji stopped there to witness this affectionate act of the cow, a disciple standing nearby said to himself, Maharaji, you are so pure and pious. The scene is not worthy of yourself. Why are you looking at it? As this thought crossed the mind of the disciple, Maharaji turned towards him and gave him a smile. But without saying anything, he again turned towards the cow that was fondly licking and cleaning its calf. When the cow was through cleaning his newborn calf, Maharaji again turned to that disciple and said, a guru is just like this cow. Out of his invincible affection for his disciples, he also cleans and removes all the dirt of karmas accumulated by them through ages and makes them clean and pure. Such is the pure and unconditional love of a perfect master or a guru. He always shields his disciple from all the dangers. Like a true friend, stands next to them through all the ups and downs of his life. A guru always showers his mercy, his grace on his disciples. He generously reveals the greatest knowledge, Brahma-Gyan, to his disciples, gives them his unconditional love. Brothers and sisters, it is the duty of a true disciple to reciprocate that love by completely surrendering himself at his master's will. He must give him his complete trust, his complete faith, and his complete devotion. Once Lord Buddha called his disciple Purna and asked him, Purna, there is a village few miles from here. people living there are completely ignorant about the eternal bliss and happiness that comes from true spirituality. I wish that someone should go there and give them the message of divinity and peace." As soon as Master finished saying that, Purna eagerly replied, "Order me, Master. I am eager to go there for spreading your divine message of eternal happiness." Then Lord Buddha said, "I may send you there, but there is a problem." Purna requested, "If you find me worthy, Master, please share the problem with me." Lord Buddha told him, "Purna, people living in that village are very rude and cruel. It might be dangerous for you to go there." On hearing that, Purna said, "So what, Master? Once your divine message of love will reach them, they will too become kind and loving just like you." This brought a smile on Lord Buddha's face, but he still insisted, "Purna, there might be chances that when you reach there, they might comment you, taunt at you." Purna said, "So what, Lord? If they will do that, I will consider myself lucky that their violence is only verbal and not physical. They are at least not misbehaving or beating me." Then Lord said, "Purna, there are chances that they might do that as well. They might beat you badly." Then Purna, with same eagerness and determination in his voice, said, "Lord, then also I will consider myself lucky that they have only beaten me up and not thrown me out of their village." Lord again said, "If they will do that as well, then what will you do, Purna?" Then Purna said, "Lord, then also I will consider myself lucky, thinking that they have only thrown me out of their village and not killed me." Then Lord Buddha paused for a moment and again said, "Purna, if they turn out to be brutally cruel and in a rage they kill you, then..." Now, brothers and sisters, what Purna said made Lord Buddha proud of having such a true disciple. He said, "Lord, if they will kill me, then I will not consider myself lucky, but luckiest in the world for having given away my life while obeying your order of spreading the message of truth and spirituality." Such should be the degree of devotion and unconditional love in a disciple for his Guru. Brothers and sisters, time stands witness. A disciple can tread the path towards perfection and reach supreme destination only if he completely surrenders at his master's lotus feet. If you hide something in front of the mirror, it will not show you your complete image. Similarly, in front of a guru, you have to surrender completely to grow as a complete personality and complete human being.
Radio Divya Jyoti